Marston has appeared on numerous radio and television programs, such as The Oprah Show, The Early Show, and Women to Women. Stephanie is the co-author of Chicken Soup to Empower a Woman's Soul. Stephanie's other books include If Not Now, When? The Magic of Encouragement, and The Divorced Parent.
All week long in a series we're calling Crossroads, we've been examining some of the many issues that people face as they age. This morning we're talking about midlife crises. Stephanie Marston's a psychologist who's written a book on the subject called If Not Now, When? Ms. Marston, good morning.
Good morning.
Midlife crisis, give me a working definition.
You know, our culture has this negative connotation of crisis. We think of it as a personal failure or weakness, but the truth is it comes from a Greek word which means a separating or a turning point. So a crisis is really about looking at what we need to let go of and what we need to reclaim at midlife.
What happens if both of you are going through it at the same time?
Good luck.
Yeah. A major collision, right?
It's a major collision, but really it's an opportunity for growth and to deepen your sense of intimacy, to really talk about what's working in your relationship and what do you need more of.
Midlife does not have to be a crisis, and it does not have to be grinding to a halt in your life and going, okay, I'm 40, I'm 50, whatever, my life is over. It definitely is not. We have a guest today. She's a family therapist, Stephanie Marston, author of a wonderful book called If Not Now, When? And I love that title, Stephanie, because it suggests exactly what your message is.
Absolutely.
Reinvent, give birth to the new you at midlife.
Absolutely. It's time to seize our lives. It's time to take an active role in our lives and realize that whatever we're going to make of it, now's the time.
Her anger binds her as tightly to her ex-husband as your love once did.
You don't know that when you're in the midst of being pissed off.
No, you don't know that. Here, I can say that. No, you don't.
A partial client list includes the University of Toledo Catherine Eberly Center for Women, Parkview Medical Center, WCI Communities, the Cabell Huntington Hospital Foundation, the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, Union Bank, the Young Presidents Organization, Northrop Corporation, Arco Corporation, Paramount Studios, Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, the University of California Employee Assistance Program, the National Charity League, St. Joseph's Mercy Hospitals, Julia Ann Singer Center, Planned Parenthood of Los Angeles, and the Junior League of America, to name but a few of Stephanie's clients. Now let's join Stephanie as she delivers a keynote presentation.
How many of you have ever fantasized about driving down the California coast in a red Mustang convertible with the top down and Fleetwood Mac blaring? How many of you have thought about sending an anchovy pizza to your ex-husband, ex-boyfriend, or boss, the way we did during junior high school? How many of you actually done it? And they call us the grown-ups? Well, we are, just not all of the time. And thank goodness we don't have to be. But whether you're 20, 30, 40, 50, or 70, we suddenly start to realize that life is finite. This isn't a dress rehearsal. And we do, in fact, have an expiration date. A corporate-type woman, financial planner. An artist friend of hers asked her if she wanted to take a weekend workshop, and she said, sure, okay. And her friend said, it's welding for women. Well, this woman was like, oh my God, welding for women? I don't think so, but she, her friend coaxed her into it, so they went. The first day she was terrified. Here are all these torches, you have to wear this helmet with just this little slit, and you're holding stuff in your hands that are burning, and you have to flip the helmet down over your head, and she was just like freaked out. And she's like, I don't know if I can do this. Well, she went home, and the next day she went back, and she said, I don't know what happened, but I went out in the yard, I started collecting all these random scraps, and I came back in, and I became firewoman. She said, I don't know what came over me, but I suddenly got really comfortable. I loved the flipping down. I could manage and navigate the metal pretty well, and I loved grinding it and seeing the sparks fly and taking a hammer and hitting the molten metal. And she said, I'm not going to quit my day job. She said, but it really invigorated my life. She said, it really just energized me and opened me up to all kinds of new possibilities. So what would it be for you to have more passion in your life? What would it mean? Did you notice that funny things happen to girls when they enter adolescence? They fall asleep to themselves. You know, they can be passionate and alive, and suddenly they silence themselves. Everything gets put aside for what? Boys. We start to think about one thing and one thing only: pleasing other people, especially people of the opposite sex, and proving ourselves. Girls enter what I call a psychological Bermuda Triangle. Now you see them, now you don't. So what were the things that you came up with? What would you do if you had and took time for yourself? Just call some things out. A massage. A cruise. She's thinking big. What else? A what? A divorce. A divorce. She came up with that in a couple of minutes. What else would you do if you took time for yourself? Go back to school. Go to the spa.